Commander Vex'lar of the Corinthian hegemony was having what you might call a spectacularly terrible day. It started when his morning stimulant dispenser malfunctioned, spraying purple goo across his secondary face. Then his aide informed him that the human delegation had requested another meeting. Another one. As if the previous 17 hadn't been tedious enough. "Tell them we're busy conquering things," Vex'lar muttered, wiping slime from his mandibles. But here's the thing about humans. They don't take no for an answer. Which is precisely why the Galactic Council had spent the last decade trying to figure out what to do with them. The humans had arrived in the galaxy about 15 years ago, stumbling through a wormhole near the outer reaches like lost children at a shopping complex. They seemed harmless enough. Primitive ships. Clunky weapons. An annoying tendency to ask questions about everything. "Why do you crystallize your enemies?" they'd asked the Vraxians. "What's with the tentacles?" they'd questioned the Morphids. "Do you really need 6 eyes?" they'd wondered aloud about the Corinthians. Insufferable creatures. So when the major empires, all 12 of them, decided to put humanity in its place, nobody thought twice. It would be simple. Quick. Efficient. A minor footnote in galactic history. Vex'lar stood on the bridge of the Eternal Dominion, a warship so massive it had its own weather system in the cargo bay. Around him floated holographic displays showing the positions of the Allied fleet. 2,000 ships. 2,000. Against Earth's pathetic defense force of maybe 300 vessels. "This is almost sad," said Captain Zorik, Vex'lar's second-in-command. She was a Morphid, all tentacles and superiority complex. "Should we at least warn them?" Vex'lar laughed. It sounded like rocks grinding in a disposal unit. "Warn them? My dear Captain, we sent them an ultimatum 3 cycles ago. Surrender your independence, join the hegemony as a servant species, or face annihilation. They declined with what I believe they called a very rude gesture. The middle finger thing. The middle finger thing. The fleet moved into position around Earth's solar system. Humans called it Sol, which in Corinthian meant something like tiny lamp. Appropriate. Admiral Reeves, the human in charge of Earth's defense, appeared on the comm screen. She looked tired. Humans always looked tired. Something about their inefficient sleep cycles. "Commander Vex'lar," she said, her voice flat. "You really want to do this? I'm afraid your time for negotiation has expired, Admiral. Surrender now, and we'll make your enslavement relatively comfortable. Resist, and well." He gestured at the fleet behind him. Reeves sighed. Actually sighed. Like she was disappointed in him. In him. A commander of the Corinthian hegemony. "Okay," she said. "Okay. But don't say we didn't warn you. Warn us." Zorik burst into clicking laughter. "You can't possibly." The comm cut off. "Battle positions," Vex'lar ordered. "Let's make this quick. I have a dinner reservation in 4 hours." The human fleet moved forward. 300 ships against 2,000. It would be a massacre. Sensors showed the humans weren't even fully armed. Half their vessels were freighters hastily converted to military use. "Target their flagship," Vex'lar commanded. "Let's remove their leadership first." The weapons officer, a young Corinthian named Feltork, hesitated. "Sir, I'm detecting an anomaly." "What kind of anomaly?" "I'm not sure. There's a fluctuation in local space near Jupiter." "Probably nothing. Maybe a sensor glitch." Vex'lar waved a claw dismissively. "Fire." The Eternal Dominion's main cannon charged, a weapon capable of cracking a moon in half. Energy readings spiked. The crew braced for the recoil. And then everything went sideways. Literally. The fluctuation near Jupiter wasn't a glitch. It was a ship. One ship. Decloaking. But calling it a ship was like calling a supernova a light bulb. The thing was enormous. Not enormous like the Eternal Dominion. Enormous like a small moon. Enormous like someone had taken an asteroid, hollowed it out, strapped engines to it, and decided to make everyone else feel inadequate. "What in the 17 hells is that?" Zorik whispered. The sensor officer's hands trembled. It's human. Designating itself as UHMS Defiance. United Human Military Ship. Impossible, Vex'lar said. Our intelligence reports showed nothing like this. Nothing even close. Admiral Reeves reappeared on the comm screen. She was smiling now. Not a happy smile. More like the smile of someone who's been waiting years to prove a point. Funny story, she said. Remember all those times we asked for meetings? All those questions about your weapons, your shields, your tactics. We weren't being annoying. Well, we were. But we were also learning, studying, building. The Defiance moved forward, and space itself seemed to bend around it. Lights flickered across its hull, patterns that hurt to look at directly. That's not possible, Vex'lar repeated. Your technology is decades behind ours. Was, Reeves corrected. Was decades behind. Past tense. You know what humans are really good at, Commander? Improving. Adapting. Taking your technology and making it better. The Defiance fired. Not a warning shot. Not a probing attack. One shot. A single beam of concentrated energy that tore through space like a knife through tissue paper. It hit the Vraxian dreadnought, crushing Victory, a ship that had conquered 47 systems. The dreadnought didn't explode dramatically. It simply ceased to exist. One moment it was there. The next, nothing. Not even debris. 2,000 ships suddenly felt very, very small. Evasive maneuvers. Vex'lar screamed. His stimulant dispenser picked that exact moment to spray him again. Perfect. Just perfect. The Allied fleet scattered like frightened insects. Ships collided with each other in their panic. The morphid cruiser Tentacle of Doom rammed straight into a Corinthian destroyer. Both spiraled away, their crews probably having very awkward conversations about insurance claims. Return fire, Zorik ordered. All ships, concentrate fire on that thing. They did. Oh, they tried. Energy beams, missiles, kinetic rounds, everything in the galactic arsenal lit up space like the galaxy's worst fireworks display. The Defiance's shields absorbed it all. Didn't even flicker. Shields holding at 98%, the human sensor officer reported calmly on the open channel. Reeves had apparently decided to broadcast their status to everyone. Show-offs. How? Feltork stared at his console like it had personally betrayed him. That's impossible. We hit them with enough firepower to vaporize a planet. Reeves leaned back in her chair, looking remarkably comfortable for someone commanding a battle. You want to know the secret, Commander? It's embarrassingly simple. We asked ourselves one question. What if we stopped trying to make shields that deflect energy and started making shields that absorb it and redirect it? The Defiance fired again. This time, 3 beams. 3 more ships vanished. A Corinthian cruiser. A Vraxian battleship. A morphid carrier. The fleet was officially panicking now. Retreat, someone screamed over the command channel. Vex'lar wasn't sure who. Might have been him. These things get blurry during catastrophic military defeats. Oh no, Reeves said cheerfully. Too cheerfully. We're not done yet. See, you came here to conquer us. To make us slaves. I think we need to have a longer conversation about why that was a terrible idea. The Defiance accelerated. Something that massive shouldn't move that fast. It violated at least 6 laws of physics. Possibly 7. It was suddenly among the fleet, and then things got really interesting. Point defense systems opened up across the Defiance's hull. Thousands of them. They weren't targeting ships. They were targeting weapons. Surgical strikes that disabled rather than destroyed. A morphid destroyer's main cannon exploded. A Corinthian frigate's missile bays vented into space. The Vraxian flagship lost all 4 of its weapon arrays in under 30 seconds. They're toying with us, Zorik said quietly. They could destroy us all right now. They're choosing not to. Vex'lar felt something he hadn't experienced in his 300 years of military service. Fear. Real, genuine, existential fear. Commander Vex'lar, Reeves said. Can I be honest with you? When we first met you all, we were excited. Genuinely thrilled. Other intelligent species. The possibilities for cooperation, for friendship, for shared knowledge. And you know what we got? Condescension. Mockery. Threats. Another shot. Another ship gone. A Morphid cruiser this time. So we adapted. We watched. We learned. Every species that underestimated us gave us an advantage. The Vraxians showed off their shield technology. The Morphids demonstrated their propulsion systems. The Corinthians, well, you talked a lot about your weapons during those 17 meetings. Vex'lar wanted to crawl into his command chair and disappear. You tricked us. We asked questions. You answered. Not our fault you assumed we were too stupid to understand. The remaining fleet, maybe 1,200 ships now, was in full retreat. The Defiance let them go. For a moment. Then it fired again. Not at the ships. At the space in front of them. Wormholes opened. Artificial wormholes. A dozen of them, perfectly placed to cut off every escape route. Nobody leaves until we finish our conversation, Reeves said. Now, here's what's going to happen. You're going to return to your empires. You're going to tell them exactly what happened here. You're going to explain that Earth is off limits. Permanently. And if anyone gets any bright ideas about revenge... She paused. We have 6 more ships like the Defiance. You've only seen one. 6 more. 6. Vex'lar did the math. 8 ships total could probably conquer the entire known galaxy before lunch. Any questions? Reeves asked. Silence. Complete, total silence across all command channels. Excellent. Oh, and Commander, your dinner reservation? You're going to miss it. Consider it a learning experience about making assumptions. She smiled again. Humanity says hello. The comm cut off. The wormholes closed. The Defiance cloaked again, vanishing as completely as it had appeared. The Allied fleet limped home. Vex'lar sat in his command chair, covered in purple stimulant goo, contemplating his life choices. Well, Zorik said eventually. That could have gone better. Understatement of the millennium.
Hello everyone. If you are enjoying this video and finding it helpful, don't forget to support our channel. Please subscribe to our channel, press the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Also, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss our upcoming videos. We regularly upload amazing, informative, and entertaining content just for you. Your support means a lot to us and motivates us to bring even better content in the future. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to our growing community.